Some see it as animal cruelty, and it has local animal rescue crews asking people to watch the trees for birds that look out of place.
And America is celebrating its first Juneteenth federal holiday. We have a live report, but first, new this morning, 3 people are fighting for their lives after a head-on crash in the Northern Valley. The Minnesota State Patrol says a pickup driver crossed the center line on Highway 220 near East Grand Forks yesterday afternoon and then crashed into an SUV.
17-year-old Ethan Carson and 16-year-old Damian Powell, both of Grand Forks, were in the vehicle that was hit. The pickup that hit them was driven by 20-year-old Valentin Mendoza of Texas. Troopers say all 3 are being treated for life-threatening injuries in Grand Forks. It's been a deadly start to the open water season in Minnesota. As of Wednesday, 9 people have died in boating accidents. That's the most at this point in a year in more than a decade.
The DNR has seen a higher than average number of people who have drowned at beaches and swimming pools. They remind you to wear that life jacket, designate a water watcher who puts down the cell phone or other distractions and focuses only on watching the water to ensure everyone is safe, and also constantly supervise children while they're in or near the water. You should also only swim in designated swimming areas and wade feet first into water where you're not sure how deep it is.
And avoid alcohol. Its effects are magnified on the water and the consequences can be deadly. Nearly half of all boating fatalities include alcohol.
It was a gruesome discovery while walking the dog in Minneapolis. A passerby called police yesterday morning to report body parts found on the northeast part of the city near the Mississippi River. Then more body parts were found just a few blocks away.
Police say the appearance of the parts indicates that the death was relatively recent. They believe the remains are from a white man in his 30s. Detectives are checking missing persons files to see if the remains could belong to someone who has been reported missing.
The heat wave that we've recently dealt with has much of the U.S. and HVAC technicians and inspectors now in high demand. Companies are being flooded with service calls, but many don't have enough workers to supply the demand, and they're looking to hire right now.
One owner says it's the busiest he's ever seen. He says he could double his business right now if he had enough employees. It all means customers have long waits in sweltering heat. The National Weather Service says at least 11 states have reported triple-digit temperatures.
And we have some good news for your air conditioner if it needs a break. Lisa Green is in this morning with what we can expect. Good morning, Lisa.
Yes, we've got some cooler weather on the way as we head into the weekend. And one of those places that's going to cool down first, that's Devil's Lake in the Northern Valley. We've got a beautiful start to our day here. Lots of sun, blue sky. We're looking really good. Feeling a little cooler here this morning in some areas as well. So let's take a look at our temperatures. It's 56 at the moment in Devil's Lake. It's 49 in Grand Forks, 55 in Fargo. Dry air in place too, so that humidity is down. It's 59 in Detroit Lakes and in Fergus Falls. Not bad to start. Again, those clear skies for us here in the valley. Zooming out a little bit more, we're keeping an eye on the air coming in out of the northerly direction, or northwesterly, I should say. And there's the potential for some of those showers to dip into our northern valley as we head into this afternoon and the cooler air starts to take over. So today, some changes start as we head into your Father's Day weekend. We're looking at temperatures ranging from around 70 this afternoon along the border, down to Fargo, a high of 77, and farther south from there, places like Wahpeton and Sisseton, seeing temperatures still in the 80s. So it's a transition day. So cooler north, warmer south. Heading into your Father's Day weekend, Saturday, looking pretty good. It's not going to be hot. We're looking at temperatures that'll range in the 70s, a high of 78 in Fargo, with some mostly sunny transitioning to partly cloudy skies as we head through the day. Generally on the pleasant side. Late Saturday night and into Sunday for Father's Day, the rain comes. We're looking at a chance for some rain starting overnight and then throughout the day on Father's Day, the potential for some scattered rain or even some thunder showers and a much cooler day, a high of 70. A look at our rainfall potential this weekend. You can see there everybody has a chance at picking up some rain through Sunday night, but there's a large area in green, and that's in the half-inch to 1-inch category. So we've got a good shot at seeing some areas picking up a decent amount of rain heading into the weekend, but it's going to be cool to come with it. Again, Sunday 70, Monday 64 your high. We're warming up though once we head into midweek next week.
Okay, a little bit of something for everyone in that forecast. Thank you, Lisa.
Yeah.
Today is the first time America celebrates Juneteenth as a federal holiday after President Joe Biden signed the bill into law yesterday. Juneteenth commemorates the end of slavery, when black people in Texas on June 19, 1865 were given the news they were free.
Since June 19th falls on a Saturday this year, federal workers have the day off today. And a local black organization is hoping to get the community celebrating this new federally recognized holiday, and they want to see everyone come together for it.
The Valley Today's Brian Sherrod joins us live this morning with a preview.
Well, good morning, Jordan and Lisa. I can tell you that Faith for Hope is going to be having Lindenwood Park full of love and excitement. There are going to be bouncy houses for the kids, barbecue for everyone to enjoy, music, and just coming together as one as we celebrate Juneteenth being passed. Now, at this event, you will hear from local black chapters about the importance of Juneteenth, but bringing everyone closer together. The city of Fargo and Fargo police will be there showing their support. Activists, rappers, and sponsors will talk about the history and what it took to get to this point of freedom. They especially want people of different ethnic backgrounds and children to be in attendance to learn about the history behind Juneteenth.
We endured on last year, seeing the death of George Floyd, seeing the Breonna Taylor case, Dwight Wright, and now Winston Smith. We need to see unity. Unity within, even in our own communities, but unity amongst all cultures.
So the event will go on Saturday, June 19th from noon to 7 at night. All the events I mentioned earlier are free. Faith for Hope just wants everyone to be full from the food and love of one another. And she also says it's just important to have people of different cultures and backgrounds coming together, because once you understand each other, it makes getting unity a lot better. It also just makes it more fulfilling. So all the details I just mentioned can be found at valleynewslive.com.
Brian Sherrod reporting live for us. Thank you. Dozens of pet birds are on the loose somewhere in the FM area, and a local rescue shelter is asking for your help to capture them. The Center for Avian Adoption, Rescue, and Education in West Fargo says a man dropped off more than 20 budgies and parakeets Wednesday night and mentioned he had just released 80 of them near the Moorhead Country Club.
It's really hard because you have to really bite your tongue and I'm just glad he brought the ones he did.
It becomes a matter of just hoping we can track them down before it's too late, because a lot of them aren't going to make it.
The rescue will hold on to the birds for 30 days, then they'll put them up for adoption. Releasing a non-native species into the wild is illegal, and a person could face charges of animal abandonment. Minnesota state troopers are wondering what is going on with drivers in the state. Speeding stops, they were up more than 300% for the week of June 4th through the 10th. Troopers ticketed more than 1,500 people in those 7 days.
That's compared with about 450 during the same period last year. And they stopped 18 drivers going 100 miles per hour or faster. That's double from the year before. Now, obviously, the State Patrol is urging you to slow it down to prevent crashes, injuries, and deaths. Funeral plans are set for a 14-year-old girl who died after being brutally attacked in South Fargo on June 4th. Jupiter Paulson died 4 days later.
Now her funeral will be held on Sunday, June 27th at 5 p.m. It will be outside of Shields Arena. The community is welcome to attend. Lumber prices, they're dropping after a record high in May, but Seth Olson, the owner of Dakota Timber Company, says that we may never see it go back to pre-pandemic levels.
According to Business Insider, the price for lumber has increased by nearly 6 times since March of 2020. That's caused many people to put off projects of dream homes and even decks. And Carlson says it's maybe still a good idea to do the project yourself.
If you're willing to do the work yourself, that's where you'll save the money. So if you're just doing a small project around the house, you're doing a deck or whatever, I mean, that's going to save you money right now, because I wouldn't bank on construction lumber prices getting significantly cheaper for a while.
Business Insider says the price for lumber now is at $950 per 1,000 feet.
Let's get our answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. Today's question: a third of people say they do this only when they're on vacation.
The answer is eat dessert. In other news, a third of people aren't living. Come on.
You're supposed to eat dessert first.
Yeah, I think you can eat dessert every day. It doesn't matter if you're on vacation or not on vacation.
I agree. We eat dessert every day at work.
Well, yeah, yesterday we had Bread Smith on one of our shows, and boy, did I chow down on some of that
we
stuff.
were carb loaded. Although we're not running a marathon today, we did do a lot of
We did.
The Today Show and CBS This Morning are just about to start, but remember, the Valley Today rolls on. More live up-to-the-minute news and weather coming up right now on the Fargo CW. Have a great weekend, everyone.